Hey there guys, welcome back. We are going to go ahead, actually, we're just going to go straight to, no, I'm lying. Okay, I do have enough Titanite to bump my weapon up to +3. I should have looked at that before we wandered away from Firelink Shrine. But I'm going to go ahead and have this fight. Not too bad. The Irithyll Straight Sword, I think, is an automatic drop from him, and that's a pretty cool straight sword. Let's go ahead and I like the particle effects from it. It's also pretty powerful, but it's more of a dex weapon than I'm going to use in this build. But, you know, it's got those little sparklies falling off of it all the time, which is kind of cool. I wanted to check out, I still can't use this. I need 32 strength to use the Great Axe. That's still a bit away. I wanted to check out the Spiked Mace. Let's see, we're looking baseline 178 damage versus 232, but that's baseline. So if I bump that up a little bit, way heavier, holy cow. Okay, that's too heavy for me to carry right now. Oh, well, I still want to see what the moveset is. Super slow. Yeah, that's probably not practical. Like, even by the standards of strength weapons, that's pretty darn slow. So we will go back to the deep axe. I think I'm going to hold off for right now on beefing it up, just to see... What else was I thinking? I don't want to do the club. I think I want to just head for the great axe as fast as I can. Which is also super heavy, but by the time I get there, hopefully it won't be as much of an issue. And do I want to change my armor? Lothric Knight. Alright. Alright. Okay, so, Road of Sacrifices. So, these guys turn into birds. They're a pain. And if you let them scream, they will summon more to them. Most of the time, especially with this build, you can beat them down pretty easily. But there's definitely going to be some spots in this area that are super tricky. Some of them also have magic abilities. You happen to notice that they have a staff. That's definitely going to be one that you're going to want to kill as quick as you can. So, like, I'm going to run past these two to get this guy. That's one of the magic users. What the heck do Shriving Stones do? I don't even remember. Undoes weapon infusion. Okay, so not really something we need a ton of. You're not going to undo weapon infusions all that often. Okay, can't go this way. So again, if you want to, early in the game, so long as you have a homeward bone available to get yourself back out again, you can make this run. I suggest making sure that you have few or no souls first, but you can make this run to come down here and beat up on her for the butcher's knife. The butcher's... Okay. The butcher's knife is a super strength weapon. I'll show it to you in a sec. Also the brigand set, and go down a little further. Brigand twin daggers. So, let's see. I still can't use it. This is why I didn't make the run early, because you need a 24 strength, so I'm pretty close. But the great thing about it is, if you use the weapon skill, which is holding it two-handed and hitting, or just holding in your left hand and hitting L2, you'll sharpen the blade. And what that does is, with every hit, you restore hit points. You get health back. And that can be really helpful. If I remember right, actually, it's also got some pretty darn good scaling on it. Let's check that real quick. So the deep axe right now has no scaling. And the butcher's knife has A scaling, so I probably do want to pop over to that. I don't want to be a great sword build, but as soon as I can use that weapon, I probably want to. But if you want that early and you have the strength for it, like if you didn't do what I did and put, I put some extra into Dex and I bumped my vitality way up and all that other stuff, you can definitely run down here and grab that pretty early and then just bone your way out, as long as you can run past everything without getting killed. Alright, there's that way, and then there's this up here. Another Titanite shard. Okay, nothing right here. It's also a pretty good place for farming, because there's actually, we're not far from the first bonfire, and taking out 5 or 6 of these guys at a pop is actually a pretty good farming method. Alright, so get rid of you. Ow. That's because I let a magic user live. Just going to back up and let that handle itself. And I got to remember how to get down there. Which I think I always end up thinking it's a jump, and it's not a jump. Worry about that in a minute. Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to just run past him and hit this bonfire. Talk to these two lovely folks over here. Oh, come on! Really? Oh my god, I'm gonna die. The red eye followed me too. Wow. So that's why you want to kill them before they get their wings. Lucky for me. Alright, so let's have a conversation with these two real quick.
Oh, hello. How do you do? This is Horace, a friend and travelling companion. Are you too in search of the Lords of Cinder?
So her name is
We are
Henri.
well along the road of sacrifices. Below us is the Crucifixion Woods. Beyond the flooded woods lies Farron Keep, home of the Undead Legion. Further yet is the Cathedral of the Deep. We seek the cathedral, home of the grim Aldrich. We may go our separate ways now, But we are both seekers of lords. The next time we cross paths, one may find the other in a time of need. May the flames guide your way.
So Henri ends up also...
Yes, Horace.
I don't know why I keep doing this.
But don't think ill of him. He's an upstanding, kind-hearted knight, a fine partner for this grueling journey. Without his help, I would have cursed this onerous duty long ago. Okay,
so I'm actually going to say this now. She will be the opposite gender of your character. So if your character is male, she'll be female. If your character is female, he will be male. Horace is Horace regardless.
Now, well along the road of sacrifices, beyond the flooded, we may...
Okay. And yeah, she ends up being kind of important later on. I'll get to that later. Horace will not talk to you. He will give you the Blue Sentinel's Covenant for whatever good that is. He ends up being kind of a thing later too. So now that I have done that, we're not going to go to the next area yet because there's still a little bit more on the road of sacrifices. It's a short area. Ember. This one over here. No, it's not the red eye, actually. Okay, the red eye's up there. So, I need to remember... Oh, God, how many times am I going to screw this up? That is a spell book. And is it safe? Is it okay if I just drop here? I don't remember. I feel like the last time I played this, I screwed this up over and over and over again. Okay, you can just drop. It's okay. Mind the dogs. And then the Braille Divine Tomb of Karim you can give to the cleric if you're looking for those types of spells. Morn's Ring, what does Morn's Ring do? Boosts miracles. So yeah, if you're using a faith build, then it's really critical to get down here and get both of those. If you're not a faith build, you don't really have to, but we kill everything once if we can, so, And then this guy's a red eye. Not too much different if you get him killed before he's able to get his wings, and then you can just drop down here and go about your merry way. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and head back and do some leveling.
Welcome home, speak thine. Very well, then touch the take nourish.
Man, I keep being so close to an extra level and not getting it.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Have a talk with her.
You're an unkindled, aren't you? I am Cirrus, of the Sunless Realms, former servant of the divinity. Duties we each bear, but one's duty is a solitary affair. I doubt we've much to gain from fraternization. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Keep talking to her anyway.
I doubt we've much to gain from blessing of...
And then I just did die at least once, right? So go see if Yoel has another level for me.
Oh, I would do...
He does not.
As I have said, I was...
Yeah, don't care. I enjoy just turning around and walking away when people are in mid-conversation with me. And then, so the other question is, do I want to keep the axe or... Okay, so let's see what happens if I keep the northern armor on, which was really doing just fine, and switch to this. What's my weight? My weight is 63. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and beef up the butcher knife.
Ah, 'tis good. What needs?
I need 4 more to get it up to +3. But now it's at 114 plus my strength bonus, which I think will be pretty considerable because it's A scaling. Yeah, so
Be careful.
don't actually want to use it right now though, so let's go back to the deep axe. Didn't think so. Alright. Back to the halfway fortress. So this is a nice large area. There's a fair amount of stuff in here to find, and so what we're going to do is we're going to be kind of systematic about it. I'm going to try and take out the sort of right half of the area during this episode, and we'll do the rest of it in a subsequent episode. Definitely want to keep your shields up while the crucifixion guys are chasing you. Ugh. Especially if they get you with that charge move. That charge move is a waste. They make such pleasant noises, too. Another Titanite shard. The water is going to slow you down. Be prepared for that. There's lots of crabs all over the place. There's baby crabs, and there's a couple of big crabs. You can see one off in the distance there. I think there's 2 of them. The crabs do respawn. The crabs are a pain. These guys are pretty safe, but they will spew poison if you let them. And there's a couple of serious badasses in this area. This guy right here, he sucks. one more up here behind that rock is going to be another one of the... Oh, no, in front of the rock, sorry. Alright, that wasn't too bad. So, this door won't open yet. It'll be a while before you can get that door open, actually. And then over here we have our first... Is our first? Our first Black Knight. I'm going to go around so we can avoid him, though. Not going to fight him yet. Sellsword set. Fair and Coal, which you want to give to Andre. Sellsword Twin Blades, which I think I already had. I always feel like it's been funny. It's like for a game where I've had a lot of luck with backstabs, a couple of times I've tried to do them on purpose, I've failed. God! No, he got me. Black Knights don't respawn, so once you've got them, they're down. Uh-oh. 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 It's not what I wanted at all. Okay, listen. Those guys. I'm surprised I'm getting a stun on them. Alright, try the Black Knight again. Again, we're going to go around him so that we can at least get the drop from that first attack. Alright, other thing we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, God. Why are you so tough? God, that move has just wiped out my health. Ah! There. And he didn't even have the decency to drop anything. Jerk. Alright, well, once he's down, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back this way. There's some goodies over this way. We'll get them in a minute, because I don't want to take the risk of getting killed in the water if I can avoid it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of a risk. Actually, you know what? No, we'll just go back to this bonfire over here. We'll reset it to one we know about rather than taking you confusingly to a whole new bonfire. Still got 4 minutes, so... Alright, so reset. No, what we'll do is we'll treat the water kind of like its own area, and we'll worry about that separately. God, that kick again! I don't ever want to kick, game. Ever, ever, ever. Not going to bother with them. Another Titanite shard. Kind of keep the wall to your left as you're going around. This is where you want to watch out for... Okay, see, those guys now have kind of done the poison fart power that they have, so... Just back up until the poison clears. And then the Titanite shard, rotten pine resin... Twin Dragon Great Shield, which I think, is that the first Great Shield you get? Okay, so we're still kind of keeping the wall where we can keep an eye on it. Up there, you can kind of see it between the trees. I don't know where you came from. Up there is the next bonfire. Fading Soul. I think that's basically a trap, because I think that's where the dog came from, and he'll pounce down on you if you go up and grab that. Is there anything else back in this immediate area? I don't think there is. Not gonna fight those two just yet. Alright, so actually let me make this a little bit more clear where we just came from. So if you keep either the keep either the shoreline to your right or keep the rock wall in the back to your left. You'll eventually end up right here. That's where that fading soul was, and that's where the dog came down. And then just keep this now on your right and curve up into this path, and here is the bonfire. And that's actually 30 minutes. That works out beautifully. So we're going to stop here. We will clear out the rest of this area in the next episode, including the water, and there's a couple of mini-bosses and some other people to fight. So there's all kinds of fun stuff floating around here. Take a look at my friend, the crab here. I hate the crabs. So we will see you soon. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, tell your friends, and as always, thank you so much for watching.